I would give myself the title a wizard of the arts. I say that because I'm a tattoo artist, a muralist, I paint portraits, pretty much freestyle things, graffiti, anything artistic, I can pretty much knock it out. I use many types of brushes ranging from spray paint, tattoo machines, regular artist brushes, paint pens, markers, whatever it takes to get the job done.
The biggest project I've worked on has been the mural that I'm working on with Josh. I do have a goal in mind. I enjoy painting nature, horses, anything to do with land, the ocean. So a goal of mine is to one day sell small canvases at the farmer's market.
I would consider a few things that push against me is having that big fish in a small pond mentality. So you kind of get complacent in your pond and not want to see yourself grow and be a bigger artist and push yourself to the limits. Painting on a wall would have to be the most difficult one because you have things that you can't control, like the weather, the texture of the wall can sometimes be a hassle, and it'll sometimes break you to the point where you have to take a step back from it and just kind of regroup. Anytime I work on a project that's outside, I try to take the weather as a precaution. The rain can kind of slow process down. My very first painting was a watercolor painting. It was my very first time trying any style of painting. I was excited, a little bit held back, and a little bit embarrassed of the outcome of it because it did not pan out the way that I intended it to pan out. But I was excited about it, all in all.
Something that is pushing me from reaching my full potential in art, aside from me just not putting enough time into my art, is maybe like the self-criticism that I give myself with my art journey. Just being a tough critic on myself and just worrying about what people would think of my art. Worrying about what other people think is definitely a part of a confidence thing, and I feel like it takes a lot of confidence to put yourself out there, especially with me just relaying it to emotions, or art being like a sense of therapy for me. That'll be, in a sense, something very vulnerable. A piece of art that I've done and feel is my biggest accomplishment, it goes back to me just expressing myself. I followed along with a YouTube video, started off with a blank canvas and pretty much freehanded everything. It's kind of a farmhouse setting in front of a fence. There's a mason jar and some maybe daisies or wildflowers that are just sitting in front of the fence, and it just goes pretty much with my aesthetic, things I like to paint, and I feel it was a great way to express myself, something that I completed a couple of years ago, and I've had it hanging in my current home for a year and a half, almost 2.
I would say no to giving up, honestly, because you never know when you can push through that barrier that's blocking you to get to the other side of where you're trying to get to with your with your artistry. I remember as a kid, my grandmother used to send these artist things in the mail to where it would push us to draw daily and things of that nature, and kind of put our skills to the test and push us to a higher level than what we were. So I definitely remember doing a lot of those over the summer instead of being outside playing. Her pushing me to do that helped me way more than wanting to be a football player or anything like that, because it helped me get to where I am today. I would definitely say my confidence kind of came within the years of me learning the ins and outs of the things that I do. First thing that comes to mind is like, did I really just do that? Like, it's an amazing feeling, and then I'll take a few looks at it, take a step away, and then come back and look like I just did that. I just finished that. Like, I'm almost excited as someone seeing my artwork for the first time.